Okay, April 9th, one last little note here. There's a ton of chemtrails being sent into Northern California and Oregon and Nevada. That's pretty bad. But since they're chemtrailing at night, we know that the big harp in Gakona is going to be used to direct the beam down into Texas. So anyway, and Texas is definitely showing some ELF signs. This is a lot of ugly chemtrails. Look at this stuff. This is too bad. Yeah, we're all getting poisoned again tomorrow. Okay, so let me show you what's happening in Texas. I mean, there is definitely they're continuing the Haarp downburst and stuff. And the ELF wave is actually showing up in the Nexrad here in Texas. Here's the, unfortunately it's got dark, so let me back up. Okay, here's the view of Texas, and I'm going to zoom in this one little spot here, and we'll see the ELF pattern. Keep in mind the Haarp transmitter is down in this direction, so we expect to see some Haarp waves, some ELF waves in that kind of direction. Right there, that's where they are. I don't know how much of the rest of this is, but you can see some waves here, some waves here, but these are the ones that stand out. And those are ELF waves. Actually, there's a whole family of waves here. The ELF clouds, and my calculations show that for 7 kilohertz they'd be 27 miles apart, and frankly that looks less than 27 miles, which means it'd be more than 7 kilohertz. But if you look back at my Haarp signal on oscilloscope videos, you can see that when the ionosphere radiates that energy back, it's not at one frequency. It's a frequency spread. Okay, so we just saw that this little collection of ELF wave right there. Now let me show it to you on the Nexrad, which is pretty rare. You rarely see that. Okay, right there. Let me zoom in, because this is kind of tricky to see. Oh, that's an ugly mess. Right. Boom, there. That tiny green thing there. Actually, this whole thing is kind of right there. Hope you can see that. That's pretty small. But the Nexrad has such incredible resolution. So it's actually picking up the fine resolution of those clouds. I think you can see that. Let me zoom in one more time. Oh, crap. Sorry. Oh boy. Okay, that's sort of a right there. And the waves are here pointing down the right direction. So that's almost certainly the ELF cloud pattern. So they are still using the Haarp. Now, how long the ionosphere holds together and they can do that, I don't know. Now that it's getting dark, probably they're going to have to quit. Let's see. I guess that was about it, but we'll see from the weather totals tomorrow. But, that's sort of main thing I wanted to show was just these terrible chemtrails pushed into California now. That's just awful. So the big Haarp can continue to heat things up at night, provided they've got this reflector surface up there. So that means that Oregon and California and Idaho and Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, these places are going to get poisoned with chemtrails worse than the other parts of the country, since they are the frequent major reflector surface for the Gakona Haarp. Of course, with the, it takes, 48 hours for this stuff to fall out of the atmosphere, maybe longer. So pretty much the whole country is getting poisoned by these chemtrails every time they build this reflector surface. So I guess there's just no escape, pretty much. Alrighty, well, so sorry you guys. More chemtrails means no rain, and getting more poisoned. Try and stay indoors tomorrow if you can. Alright, thanks.